I discovered that the life that I had been building for myself was a prison. All the controls for the whole van are right here. The depression went away. I just use a litter box.
And here are the cats meowing and chewing.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my next video. Today, we're going to meet Dave. Hi, Dave.
Hey, Bob.
Welcome to the channel.
Thanks.
And so how long have you been on the road?
Since I've been on the road since the beginning of October. I moved into the van last April, but I was still working full time. Before I even finished building it, I moved in as soon as I could, just so I could get used to it, kind of get it dialed in.
And so what made you decide to live in a van?
So I did it for my mental health. I've got the wanderlust badly. When I was younger, I explored as much as I could, but as an adult, all I did was work. About 5-6 years ago, I just got out of a long-term relationship, and I didn't really know what to do with myself, so I started road tripping, and it quickly became an obsession. I discovered that the life that I had been building for myself was a prison. My apartment, my belongings, my job, everything just tied me down, and I couldn't travel. I had no freedom. Eventually, one day, I just decided I want to be a nomad. I just want to give it all up, hit the road, travel, and be free. And I started working towards that. Just having that as the plan, as the goal, and knowing that I was working towards it, the depression went away. It was just like I got my motivation back. Even if I did work my whole life, I would have retired in poverty and poor health, and I would have never been able to experience this country and explore and, see the world like I am now. So I'm doing it while I can.
I kind of describe it as front-loading your life.
Yeah.
And I know so many people my age get into your 60s, 70s, and now they're going to go live, and all of a sudden their health goes.
Yeah.
And they can't.
Yeah.
They've missed their one chance, and you're grabbing yours.
So I bought this from U-Haul. It's a retired 10-foot U-Haul, tiny mover, they call it. It's a 2011 GMC Savannah 3500. It's a cutaway chassis, they call it, cutaway van. It's a V8 rear-wheel drive gas engine with the 10-foot box on it.
I love these. I think these are one of the very best rigs around.
Yeah.
You get, it's a perfect size.
Yeah, it is. It's really nimble. I mean, I can park it in any parking spot.
I bet you get fairly decent gas mileage.
About 12, 13.
Oh, so yeah.
So one of the first things I did is I cut out the front of the box. I did a full cut out, pass through to the cab. I kind of wanted it just more open. I also put privacy curtains on either side. Right here, this is just like a shoe storage area. I put a little cubby here to put all footwear and stuff and rain jacket and whatever. So back here's the bedroom. I have a full twin-size bed, and I figured out right away, first thing I discovered when I bought this van is you can fit a twin mattress horizontally across the back. And I wanted a bed that I didn't have to like convert or make every day. I just wanted it to always be ready to go. So if I am like pulling into camp late at night or something, I can just park it and go to bed. I have 1.5 inch insulation all around. So the van's a little bit, narrower on the inside because of that. And then I have this like 1/4 inch, like Luan paneling on the walls. So I did as much lightweight, kind of thinnest materials I could use where I could. All these cabinets I built from scratch. It's all just pine. I made them as lightweight as I possibly could. With the ceiling, I did a panel. This isn't like a tongue and groove or anything. It's for the same reason, just weight and cost, The cabinets, pretty much from here all the way around, is all clothing. So, I just, somewhere to keep my clothes. If you keep them up top there, they don't weigh nothing. So it kind of keeps the center of gravity lower in the van. Right here, I actually have a shower.
Oh, wow.
This is a combination area. So we have litter box and storage and my trash can and all of that. I really wanted the ability to shower in my van. I have a 3-gallon electric water heater which is enough. And I even have this little mirror right here so I can, shave
nice.
or whatever.
Nice. What I love about it is that with just the pull around curtain, it doesn't take it. Most showers make your rig so small.
Yeah.
And this doesn't.
I really wanted a wood stove. I just thought that would be the coolest thing ever to be, have a cozy little fire burning in my van. I got this from a company called Capybara. They're out in Nevada, and it was $2.99 for this little guy.
That is cheap.
Yeah, it was. I wanted to get the Cubic Mini Grizzly, but they're like $5 something. I went through heck trying to figure out a safe way to vent it out the van. My best advice for anyone trying to do this is make sure you can just go straight up and out. I haven't used it a whole lot yet, but I'm really looking forward to having just a nice cozy fire and, on a cold day and make some chili in the crock pot or something and enjoy it. So, And it's a good backup source of heat. So I have a diesel heater, and if that were to break on me one night, I could just start a fire.
I just think this is a remarkably beautiful van.
Thanks.
And on your YouTube channel, do you have a lot of details about building it?
Oh, yeah. I documented the entire build, start to finish. It took me like 14 months to build this van.
I can see why.
Yeah, so the water heater and the stove are electric. I have 800 watts of solar, 560 amp hours of lithium, and a 3,000 watt inverter. And I also have a DC to DC charger and a generator. So I pretty much never run out of power. Yeah, so this is the kitchen. Basically, all the plumbing's on this side and the electrical's on that side. I got a little standard RV sink here with the fold-out faucet.
Nice.
The cold water that comes out is ran through a 3-stage filter. So it's my drinking water. And then the hot water is just straight from the tank. I have a 20-gallon water tank under here, fresh water. And then I have a 15-gallon undermount gray tank. No black tank or anything.
So what are you using for a toilet then?
I just use a litter box. And the cats, they come in after me. It's real convenient.
No, sounds like you're going feral.
Yeah.
That's kind of the goal.
Right. No, I'd prefer to do things the natural way, especially if I'm in the middle of nowhere and I'm responsible about it. But I do have a bucket. So I do a bucket and bag, and I have a bucket toilet seat here. So if I need that, if the weather's bad or I'm in a location where I need to go inside, I can do that. And then at nighttime, I have this cup and jug here so I can relieve myself without having to go outside every time.
And these didn't come with any windows, so you put in all the windows.
Yep, I got back here, this is a swing out, like an exit window, RV exit window.
Yeah.
And I put that there so I could have it open when it rains. And then I also have your standard, blackout curtains.
Great.
And then over here behind the sink, you always got to have a window behind your kitchen
Got
sink.
it, yeah.
I just have a little slide out deal. All the components, RV type components in this van, I just got on Amazon. And it's a great place if you're building a van of any kind or an RV, because there's a lot to choose from.
Like you had a roll-up back door, and you pulled that off?
Yep.
And you had to cut all the window openings, and...
Yeah, that's... The first things I did to the van was that cutout to the cab and then removed the roll-up door and built the wall back here. I used angle iron and exterior plywood for the construction of that.
Right. It had to be pretty strong.
Yeah.
There are probably a lot of people out there that are thinking about putting their own windows in and doing all this work. And I assume that on your channel, you cover that pretty well also.
Yep, definitely.
And here are the cats meowing and chewing.
That is Theodore Meowsavelt. He's the baby. And then this is my older one, Cutie Butts. She's 14. Over here, this is kind of the centerpiece of the whole van build is this power system. I pretty much all the controls for the whole van are right here. This is a 1/4-inch thick piece of polycarbonate, and I just mounted everything to it. And then it hinges open. I ran all the wiring in such a way where I can open this up and gain access to
Wow.
everything behind it. And then underneath the desk here is the inverter, the batteries, the fuse block, the main breaker panel, and all of that. And I have USB chargers here, boatloads of them, so I can charge all of my devices all at once. I just hit that switch, and you know, because I make videos, so like my drone batteries, my GoPro batteries, all that I can charge all at once. Diesel heater controller here, indoor outdoor thermometer, but also I can kick on these 2 fans up here,
Yeah.
and it just pulls air up through the whole area to kind of vent heat out of there.
It is beautiful. That is just, it's a work of art.
Over here, this is actually just an auxiliary monitor for my laptop, but I also installed a TV tuner on it, and I have an antenna on the roof if I ever wanted to watch TV, but it kind of swings out, so I can kind of be working here and doing whatever online, and kind of have 2 displays. And then I have a sound bar underneath for my audio. I just made 2 huge drawers that fit everything. This is all my kitchen stuff, pots and pans and things in the left, and then all of my utensils and everything over there. My cabinets I have organized pretty well. So one thing I did right away that's a little different is I put this lowered entryway here and an actual RV door. I ended up cutting out the floor and using angle iron to build a little frame to have a lowered entry, so it was a little easier to get in and out. And then with the cab here, I got rid of the passenger seat right away and decided to keep my fridge here. And I built this little console thing, kind of a cradle for the fridge, as well as some storage and stuff. But that mounts to the old seat base from the passenger seat, so it's pretty secure. And then the driver's seat I replaced. I ordered an actual RV seat. Put a 10-foot awning on the van. I figured out it fits perfectly on one of these old U-Hauls, these 10-foot ones. This is just an Amazon deal. It's a manual crank-out kind of awning. I put a 3-inch lift on the van and bigger tires.
And you got a great big old box back here.
After I removed the rear roll-up door and built this wall, I wanted somewhere to keep my bicycle mainly. So
Look at that. So the whole, your whole under your bed is right here.
it goes way back, yeah. I also have, on both sides of the van, I mounted jerry cans. So this side is fuel for my generator. And this side is actually the fuel tank for my diesel heater. And I have the fuel pump and then an upgraded, nicer fuel filter and water separator under there. Yeah, and then like any RV on your driver's side, you have your hookups. So I have my shore power plug right here. This is where I plug in my generator. It's just a 20 amp, like a standard plug. Or if I'm at a campground, I can plug into shore power. And then this is my water fill. I can fill my tank or just hook it straight up with city water. And then underneath here is the drain for my gray tank.
So I've got to ask, this is a very interesting and unusual design on a van life van. Tell us about it.
This was part of the original like U-Haul logo decal that was on that.
Really?
All the U-Hauls have like a different destination and a little trivia about it or something. I'm still like on the fence about the snakes. I don't really love them, but everyone else does. So they kind of give the van its identity.
Well, Dave, thank you so much for sharing your van with us. It's just beautiful. You've done amazing work.
Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.
I really love it when vans are work of arts, and this is a beautiful work of art. I know there are going to be a lot of people out there will have questions and comments. Tell us your YouTube, and they can go there and learn more.
Yeah, I'm VanLifeMeow on YouTube, all one word. I'm also on Patreon, Instagram, and I have a website, VanLifeMeow.com, and that's also where my email is, dave@VanLifeMeow.com.
So, folks, I know you've enjoyed seeing this van. If so, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later.
Bob Wells also hosts 2 YouTube channels on well-being in the inner life. Find them at the Examine Life Daily and Quote of the Day with Bob and Autumn. Thanks for watching, folks.